artists, welcome to Fiber Art Level D. Let's get started. In front of me here I have my sketchbook already open to an experiment page, and I'm going to go ahead and get my name at the top, and then I'm also going to circle Fiber Art and put a level D by it. Alright, I wanted to show you today that we're going to be doing some weaving on a paper plate. Let's take a look at our learning goals. Level D, all the way down. I can thread the yarn needle, prepare and set up a plate loom, weave using over-under techniques, and change colors. In my sketchbook today, I'm going to want to take a look at maybe my color wheel today, and I'm going to choose 3 colors of yarn that will go well together. 3 colors. You could do more, but 3 is how many you need to do at least. I'm going to write those down in my sketchbook so that I can plan those well. So I think for me, I'm going to use yellow, violet, and I think I'm going to use a lime green, or up on the color wheel it says yellow green. And I'm just writing those down for my planning purposes. All right, let's go ahead and get started on what this looks like. You're going to need to get out of the Fiber Art drawer, Fiber Art Level D. You're going to notice that there's a template, maybe a couple of them, and then also just some plain paper plates with nothing on them. You will need a template and a regular paper plate. What I'm going to do here is, the first thing I need to do is I'm going to turn over my paper plate, and I'm going to get my name on the back. Right? Then what I'm going to do is take my template. This is like a pattern, so I know where to cut and what it's going to look like. I'm going to put it right on top. Once I stick it down, it does not move. So I'm going to keep it right here with one hand and take my pencil in my other hand. I have 11 spots to go around. I need to make a pencil mark dark at each spot. I would start with number 1 and then move my way around. I do not want to forget any. I will need 11 spots. Once I'm done with that, I can take my template off. I can put it back in the bucket for someone else to use. After that, I'm going to need to go get a pair of scissors, and I'm also going to need a messy mat under me. This will help with cleanup later. So I'm just going to stick a messy mat under here. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and cut out little triangles. When I cut these little triangles, I'm going to cut right by where my pencil marks were made. Again, I'm going to need 11 of them. And look, my messy mat, look, those can just fall right on my messy mat down here. And that way it'll be really easy for cleanup later. I'm making these big enough that I can fit a piece of yarn in there, but not so big that it goes all the way to the top. So again, I'm going to go cut around. All right, I'm going to pause and take movie magic so that we can get moving. All right, now that I have all those cut out, I can count to make sure 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I'm ready to go get some yarn. Remember, I've already written down my 3 colors, so I'm going to go ahead and choose one to start with. And we're going to take some movie magic to go get over to the yarn bin so I can show you how that goes. All right, we are over here at the yarn bin, and you can see there's a couple things. I have all these strings sticking out, but I also have a pair of scissors that is attached to the yarn bin. These stay attached so that everyone can get their yarn. You'll notice that there's little parts just hanging out. We want those to hang out so that you can see where the yarn is and what color you're looking at. So I'm going to grab yellow first, and I'm going to just grab 2 arm lengths. It's about as long as the floor, so if I take a look down here, you would notice it's kind of touching the floor a little bit. Then when I have those 2 arm lengths, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to take the scissors. Notice how I left a tail, and I'm going to cut it. All right, movie magic to go get back over to our work area. All right, now that I'm back here with my yarn, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of tape, and on the back I'm going to tape the yarn right to the back here. when I flip it over, this is probably the hardest part, but once you get it, it will be super easy. It might take you a couple times. I'm gonna make a star pattern. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take it and go through one of the notches right on top. I'm gonna go straight across. Now, when I go to the next one, look, on the back side, I'm gonna go right next to it. I'm not going across, I'm going right next to it. And then again, when I flip it over though, I'm gonna cross it. I'm making a star pattern. I'm going to the notch directly across. All right, then again, on the back side, I'm gonna go right here over to the side, across, over to the side, across, over to the side, across. And I notice here I don't quite have enough, so I need to go get some more Movie Magic to go get some more yellow yarn. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back here. What I need to do is we're gonna learn how to change colors. I'm changing colors just with the same color because I didn't have enough, but this will go for any time you need to change colors. So I'm gonna zoom in just a little bit so we can learn how to tie. There we go. All right, so what I have here is I'm going to put my left over top my right. Just make an X. It's like tying a shoe. Then I'm gonna loop it around just like I would my shoe. Now I'm gonna take the right one, the one that's now in my right hand. So put it over top again. I now have made a loop. Look at that. I've made an X and a loop. I've got to stick it around the loop like we're going to tie a knot. When I pull it through, I should be able to pull, and there it is. This might take you a couple tries, but I believe you can do it. All right, then I can clip my ends as close as I need, and then again I can finish up my star pattern. Let's zoom back out here. I can finish my star pattern, and I'm going to end up on top with this. Now with my tail, I'm going to make a little ball of yarn. I'm going to go right towards the center, and I need to make this a lovely X. So what I'm going to do here is just kind of make this and put it right under so I have this lovely X. And then I'm going to do it one more time the opposite way. Let's try it different ways. If you mess up, you can always take it out and try again. Now my technique, my under over technique, that was one of my learning goals. Again, I'm going to take my wad of yarn here, and I'm going to start going under and over each one of these in a circle. And as I get started here, you're going to notice that it's a little loose right now, and it doesn't look very nice at the moment. Well, as I go around, I can gently pull it, gently pull it so that it goes right next to each other. Again, under, over. As you go around a second time and multiple times, you're gonna notice that it just automatically switches if I'm going under, over. If I forget or I skip one, then I'll have two that are the same. That just means I need to go back and try again. So I'm gonna go under, over here. I have that knot there. I can just hide that knot. By the time I'm done with my yellow, you won't see the knot. So I'm gonna keep going, under, over. Time for some Movie Magic. All right, I have my Movie Magic. I've kind of moved on here, but I wanted to show you one more time on how to knot one of these. So again, and then how to finish it. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm taking my left, the one in my left hand, so in this case it's purple, putting it over top to make an X, looping it around like a shoe. Now I'm gonna do it one more time, except the right one is on top. That means it's my purple one again. Make an X, and then wrap it through the loop. Wrap it through the loop. Then I can be able to pull it and then clip the ends. I'm just gonna keep going on this under, over, and get this color all done. Sometimes you might find that you didn't get all of it done in one class time. And here's how I want you to store it if you don't get it all the way done. In the fiber art drawer with the regular bucket, with the level D bucket, there are some gallon baggies. If you don't get it done in one class period, I want you to get a gallon baggie, and I want you to put your plate and any extra yarn you've already cut in your gallon baggie. Then you can put it in your class drawer for safekeeping. All right, I'm gonna do some Movie Magic to finish up my purple. All right, last thing that I wanted to show you here is how to tie it off, how to get it done. Now remember, I've only done 2 colors here, but I want you to do 3 at least. All right, we're gonna pretend like I did do my 3, and we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna show you how to tie it off. So what I'm gonna do is, I can leave a pretty long tail here, but on one of my unders, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a loop around. Let's zoom in a little bit, see if I can get you a little closer. There we go. I'm gonna have that loop. See how I have like this backwards C? Okay, I'm gonna stick it through the loop. Okay, then when I do this, I'm gonna gently kind of pull it so that it's knotted. Oh, that didn't work. Let me try again. Oh, I see what I did. See, I made my loop. I made a loop there. I forgot to stick it through again. All right, I'm just gonna stick it through here again. See how I now have a loop here? Right, like that. Then I can pull it tight, kind of gentle tight, because I still want it to be nice and loose through there. And then I can push it up right by the next one. Then with my little tail, if it's really long, I can cut it to about this length, but then I want to tuck it in underneath so that I cannot see it. Happy creating!